Here we have the Wuling E10, which is probably the cutest little car you've ever seen, especially in this bright green body paint. I love this thing. I've wanted to drive this for many months after seeing its cute little looks on the internet. And look how small it is. It's microscopic. But what's most important is this is a rear-wheel drive single-seater, just like a McLaren F1. But we're going to see, does it drive like a McLaren F1? We're going to find out. Now with the E10, you don't get much in the way of features. So for example, it doesn't come with fast charging. You come with a very simple AC charger here. Now it doesn't have a great deal of range or a big battery, which means you can charge it relatively quickly. But it's also got really small. These are 12 inches. I think my electric bike tyres are probably bigger than this. And that's pretty much it. I can't really think of any other standout features on the car. However, in terms of the size, it's just over 1 metre wide, 1.08 metres wide, which means you can sit in it and touch both sides outside. So let's talk a little bit about the specifications of the E10. So underneath here, you do get a battery, but it's just 9 kilowatt hours, which is perfect for inner cities and places like Luzhou, where you're doing last mile deliveries. With that 9 kilowatt hour battery, you get a massive 115 kilometers of range, which is fantastic. However, you don't get much else, and I'm going to show you what's inside here in just a moment. Yeah. Okay. Now, as you can see, the interior is amazingly simple. It's a commercial vehicle after all. So if we go, don't sit on the handbrake. Go from the other side. Right, we'll try that again. Now, on the inside, it is remarkably simple if you get in from that side, making sure you don't sit on this old school handbrake. That's right, this has got lots of old school features. Now, what I do like is your drive modes are actually on the seat here, so your reverse neutral drive is all here. I do have some features. I've got full air conditioning, I've got USB slots, I've got 2 of those, and I've got eco and sport mode down here. There's no big screens, there's no navigation. That's to keep the price super low. And that's basically it. This area is featureless. They've got lights, they've got a number plate, they've got a light down here and a light up here. And unfortunately, no camera down here for when you're reversing. So you have to really rely on your mirrors or just stick your head out the window. Now you're probably wondering how much this weighs. It's just 605 kilograms. So okay, single seater, rear wheel drive, lightweight with a sports mode. This is a secret racing car. So you might be wondering what you can fit within the cavernous space of the E10. Well, let me show you. Actually quite a lot. We've got our bags in here. You can get up to 1.7 cubic meters of stuff on the inside, weighing up to a max of 200 kilograms. Now obviously that brings the overall weight of the van up to 800 kilograms. You don't want to go much higher than that, or it starts affecting stability, range and everything else. But pretty good size, especially if you're like a delivery guy. You can just sling all your parcels in here, buzz around down the alleys and deliver all your stuff. Anyway, we want to find out what this single-seater, rear-wheel drive, lightweight racing van is like to drive. Yeah, got it. Oh. Now the first thing you definitely notice in here, no power steering at all. So a little bit like my Lotus that I have in the UK, this has absolutely zero power steering, so it's a little bit difficult to turn around if you're going too slowly, but it's a little electric car. Oh, it's pretty rapid. How's the braking? Decent. You know, it's fine, it's okay. Here we go, here's the turning. Now it's got a 4.3 meter turning circle, but you can't see where you're reversing because there's no camera at the back. Well, that's a bit of a loud noise. Now you're probably wondering how much power this thing has. Not much. But as it only weighs 600 kilograms, it's more than enough. Wuling really are the king of making fun cars. Now I know this isn't really meant to be a fun car, they've made it fun anyway. You know, it's a commercial delivery vehicle. So yes, this does have two modes. Eco mode, which limits the top speed to 50 kilometers an hour, which we're on now. Oh, and the acceleration is quite slow. Or I can put it on sports mode. Oh, and it's like a bullet, very rapid. We're going to put it on eco mode, see how much energy we can eke out of this small battery. Saying we've got 73 kilometers left of the battery, about 64% of the range. Now you're probably wondering how much this costs, and it's not a lot. Here in China, this will start off at 36,800 RMB and go up to 41,800 RMB, so not a lot of money for what this is. The motor is a 20 kilowatt motor, so not a great deal of power in here. And I'm not going to do any wild maneuvers and see what it's like to turn, because I'm worried it might roll over. It is not a very well handling car, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be good at maneuvering in tight spaces. Now usefully in this car, there's a slot underneath the old school handbrake where I can put my phone. So you can leave your phone down here, or there's lots of space on the dashboard up here. That really is it. The carpet's removable and plastic, so you can wash this out, you can clean it out. I've got really simple racks in the side to stick tickets and bits in. Wind down windows by hand. This is all about simplicity redefined in the electric age. And I, for one, am a massive, massive fan. I do like the fact that Wuling are making simple cars for every available situation, whereas more and more auto manufacturers seemingly are building bigger cars, bigger SUVs, bigger electric ones. This in itself, as a small car from Wuling, again broadens the market for cheap EVs that are useful and that people will use in their lives. This really kind of bridges the gap. It's a missing link between those larger cargo bikes and something like a small minivan. This really fits that in-between space, and I think it's all the better for it. So thank you for watching us today. We've enjoyed driving the Wuling E10 in Liuzhou in Guangxi province. See you again soon. Whee!